What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Movie Emporium's movie review of Blacklight, the newest film from director Mark Williams. Now, before we begin, if you like this channel, awesome, hit the subscribe button, join Movie Emporium, hit that notification bell at top to find what's coming next. If you like this video, awesome, hit that like button, as well as commenting below any video that you watch, including this one. So Blacklight is the story of Travis Block, who of course is played by Liam Neeson. He is a fixer for the FBI government. He kind of works in the shadows and he kind of helps people and fixes problems that needs to be fixed. Well, one day he uncovers this thing called Occupation or Operation Unity or whatever it is, and it basically leads him down a road that not only includes people that he knows, especially people played by Aidan and Quinn, but it also involves people who are trying to uncover the conspiracy that work for the media, the newspaper outlets, and people start dying, and Travis Block has to do what he needs to do to save them, including, keep his family safe. So that's pretty much the synopsis of this movie. This is another movie, of course, that stars Liam Neeson as a badass action superstar and is trying to just kind of leash off that market that he has kind of created for himself. This is a Liam Neeson genre that has kind of started because of stuff like Taken and so on and so forth. Now, with that said, this is also a yearly movie genre film. It's a movie that comes out every year that has Liam Neeson in it, and 99% of the time they're not great movies. Are they fun to watch? Most of the time they are. I think like The Ice Road came out last year, was pretty decent. But here we have another film. It's releasing in February. It hasn't had much marketing in a sense. It has had a trailer, but I guarantee you a lot of people don't even know this film's coming out because it's not heavily marketed like a lot of Liam Neeson action films. So that question remains, is this movie worth watching? Well, to be fairly honest, this isn't a good film. It's definitely not the worst Liam Neeson action film I've ever seen, but it is not good at all. It's a movie that wants to be an action film. It's actually directed by the creator of Ozark, believe it or not, who also directed Honest Thief. But we've gotten to a point in the Liam Neeson oeuvre of action, kind of drama, action films, that I think the genre just needs to be put down. It just needs to stop because Liam Neeson is not doing himself any favors by doing these movies. This movie is ham-fisted. The characters and the dialogue are extremely wooden. And you think you go into this movie wanting an action film. There are action sequences in this, but they're few and far between. This is mostly a family drama mixed in with conspiracy stuff. And that doesn't make for a good time at the theaters because you want to enjoy Liam Neeson being weirdly a grandfather because he's gotten to the age where he's now a grandfather of age, and the chemistry between him and the daughter or the person who's playing his daughter and even the kid is so awkward and strange and just kind of off-putting that it doesn't feel natural at all. It really doesn't. There is no level of levity to these characters. You watch them talk and it's like, wooden trees just spouting dialogue. It doesn't make any sense. It feels like they're in another movie. The poor kid in this movie, the one that's playing the granddaughter, is really poorly directed, just not really well. The way she spits out stuff is so unnatural to what kids do. I mean, I'm not saying kids are like unnatural and stuff like that, but it's just the way they spout out dialogue, and especially in this movie, is just really, really strange and really just like you're wondering what's going on. And it tries to have some, gravity to the situation to make him have some stakes in the movie, and it doesn't really work. On top of that, he has OCD problems. So you see him like put a beer in the fridge that's in the corner, or he'll wash his hands a bunch of times, or lock the doors 3 times. And it's just unnecessary. It's like you're adding in more and more stuff that doesn't need to be in this movie. And then you get into like the conspiracy stuff, and it just feels like it's like a different movie, and it's just out of place. And try to like add gravity to this movie with the kid and the daughter and stuff like that. But then you add in a point where there's a birthday party and you give the young kid a taser for a present and think that's funny. It's like that kid could dangerously hurt herself or hurt somebody with that taser. You don't give a kid a taser, even though it's meant to play for laughs. You don't give a kid a taser. It doesn't make any sense. And that's what this movie has, a bunch of silliness.
So silly. I mean, enough of the silliness.
And like I said, you have Aidan Quinn's character. He's playing the FBI director, and he's the boss of Travis Block's character. And you you see his what he is and what his purpose is coming from a million miles away, because it's done like a billion times in like a billion other movies. The bad guys, the henchmen, are all like stereotypes. All the news reporters are all stereotypes. They're trying to get the story. They're being hunted down. But the biggest problem is not even all that. It's the fact that this movie tries to be an action film, but there's no action in this movie outside of a few scenes. Characters just come and go. Nothing about this movie has any substance or whole to its storytelling, and feels like a disjointed mess. It has terrible wooden acting. It has terrible action. Even the action sequences are really terrible. The car chase sequence is trying to be something out of Born Identity, and it ends up being something like, kids. Actually, that's a good kind of reference to the movie. It feels like two kids or a kid playing with cars, and they're just bouncing them off each other. And the same thing with the characters when they're fighting a little bit in the movie, like fighting, just that type of thing. And it's just like, yeah, it's not really a good time at the theater. Like I said, is it the worst thing I've ever seen from the Liam Neeson action pool? Is definitely not Taken 3. But this movie will bore you. It will not make you interested at all in the characters, and you'll have a bad time at the theater. So for what it's worth, maybe you'll enjoy it, but I'm pretty sure you won't. So anyways, that'll do it. That'll be my take on Blacklight. I wish I could add more, but yeah, it's a pretty bad movie. So anyways, comments below. What's your favorite Liam Neeson action movie? Are you even looking forward to this movie now that you know it exists? Or if you knew it exists, are you looking forward to it? But anyways, comments below. And if you like what you see on this channel, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell at the top. The fun is coming next. If you like this video, awesome. Hit that like button. And as always, we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.